Welcome to episode 3, the third location and the third largest urban area in Kenya, Nax Vegas, also known as Nakuru. This picturesque place is going to be our home for the next couple of days, and I honestly can't wait to see what it has in store for us. Once named among Africa's fastest growing cities, Nakuru has a lot going for it. Beautiful attractions, historical relevance, and positive economic growth. Sitting pretty in the Great Rift Valley, Nakuru attracts people from all over Kenya, and we're going to find out why. Walking through Nakuru, you definitely get a sense of old meets new, which is not surprising because this city has been growing steadily for the past 100 years. In fact, it overtook Kisumu to become the third largest city in Kenya by population. Now, Joe Kisumu, before you come for me, don't shoot the messenger. Facts are facts. Today, we're graciously being hosted by CoLive, a media hub at Egerton University, where we'll be hearing from more Africans sharing their stories and experiences.
All right, my name is Gift Masaka. I'm from Kenya, and I was born in Taita Taveta County.
My name is Shiko Kihika. I think that's the name everybody knows out here. But my ID names are Wanjiko Kihika.
Hi, my name is Caleb Koyo. I'm 25 years old. I was born in Ndiwa. With my twin brother. His name is Washington Bahati Koyo. Together with my twin bro and family, that's my dad and mom. Then I think my dad got a transfer to Homa Bay now because he was working there. But we are from there, Kukudenje family. Yeah, so we lived there for some time with our very many grandmothers and mothers. So
Wait, you have to... Oh my goodness, it's so great when you just like, from the word go, have such an interesting story. For people who don't understand Kukudenje, could you break down what that is? For people who don't know who he is, he's a guy who managed to keep a lot of women very well. And from that, we were born. How many? Well, very many. I can't even really tell you the exact figure, but there are very many. Some of them are still there right now. Yeah. Okay. So from the many women, our mother was among them. So we're here now. What are your thoughts on, having multiple wives? I think I can't really say anything weird or negative about it, because if our grandpa didn't have the many wives, maybe I could not have been born. So first of all is to appreciate that first, because he did that and we're here now. It's anybody's decision to really decide. Right now it's really tough. Economically, to really manage all those women. So, economically, no. But if somebody can, why not? Yeah. As long as they're going to take care of them and, not throw away the family and all that. So depends on the person. Sitting on the outskirts of the city is the location of one of the most interesting love stories I've ever heard. I just had to come here to hear it for myself. So basically, this twisted love story has two people. There's a lord who builds a 52-room castle for his fiancée. And then there's his fiancée who sees this castle and says it's too small for her. The lord is Lord Egerton. He was the last male in his lineage. And when he was 47 years old, his mom was like, yo, you're old, you're unmarried. Who's going to keep the legacy going? We need to get you married. Don't worry, I found you a chick. So it was an arranged marriage type of thing. And a fiancé was found in the UK for Lord Egerton, who was here in Kenya. So when the fiancé came here, the castle wasn't there then. There was only a cottage with 6 rooms. And she was like, hey, this one is a super downgrade. It looks like a dog kennel. Doesn't fit a chick of my stature. So she refused. And in 1928, to woo his fiancée again, Lord Egerton decided to start building a 52-room castle for her. So it took him from 1928 to 1938 to finish this castle, so 10 years. And when she came to see it, she still was like, it's still kind of small. I mean, it's not a dog kennel, but it's more like a stable. It's not for me. So what people didn't know at this point is that back in the UK, she'd found another lord with a much bigger castle. It had like 24 guest rooms. That's just the guest rooms. So it was much bigger than this. In fact, people say it was 3 times the size of this castle. So you can kind of see where this chick was coming from, right? So when she rejected his castle that took him 10 years to build, obviously he was heartbroken. And first thing he did was ban women from being anywhere near the castle. A bit dramatic. And he had a college nearby where people would go and like train and different things. He banned any woman from being in that college as well. And spent the rest of his days here heartbroken because of his fiancée who rejected him. So in conclusion, we've got to be fair here. We've only had Lord Egerton's side of things because this is all from his diary, right? We don't know about this woman. We don't even know her name. We don't know about the other lord that she chose over this guy or that other castle and how doper it was. It probably had the equivalent of like Wi-Fi back in the day. She was just like, no. I'm not coming to Kenya to this 52-room one. But we also know that Lord Egerton was like a military guy. He was much older than her. So there are like a lot of things that were coming into play for her to make that decision. So as much as this is a very twisted love story, I feel like we need to hear her side before we condemn her.
So my name is Brian Mushiri Waihenya. I am 27 years old. I come from a small village in Nakuru called Mangu. I'm a village boy, born and bred, and it's nice to get out of the village sometime. Yeah.
Great to have you
Thank you.
here today.
Yeah. I had dreams that maybe changed because of the accident. I had 2 dreams. I either wanted to join the army because I really liked the idea of being in uniform. I always liked that and the discipline that is involved in the army. So I either wanted to join the army or I wanted to work in media, either as a writer or as a producer, because I'm really passionate about writing, most importantly. When I was in my 3rd year of university, that was back in 2014, that's when I got the accident. How it happened was basically, it was on a Friday, I can remember. It was on the 7th of Friday, February. And I can remember I was looking forward to Valentine's Day that year. I was in a long distance relationship with a girlfriend in Nairobi at the time, and we were making a lot of plans. I remember when I think about that 7th, I remember being very excited about Valentine's. So a buddy of mine called me. I had just commuted from school to home. It was around 7 p.m. I was in my parents' house and I was just chilling. And then a buddy of mine texted me and asked me if I was up for maybe a night out. I had never received this request before. So I was being invited for a rave. Yeah, and I was quite excited. But I come from a very conservative home. So my parents were not going to let me go out. So I just sneaked. I sneaked out of home. It was my first time ever. And I went, I met my friend, and now my friend had other friends. Now the other friend was the owner of the car, who was also a policeman. And so we club hopped kidogo, And then by the end of the night, now when it got to around 2 a.m., I got really tired, and I didn't have money, so I didn't have money for drinks. So I was sleepy, I was tired, I wanted to go home, but the policeman was very adamant, but that he wanted to go and pick up a girlfriend of his. It was a long story, so we ended up going home at around 4. And on our way home, that's when we got the accident. But the cop wasn't drunk. Because he was the one driving the car. Because that's why he was keeping us there, because he wanted to go and pick a girlfriend somewhere, but he wasn't drinking. But I cannot be so sure because I wasn't with him the entire time. But I'm told that the trailer that hit us was on the wrong. So yeah, that's how it happened. It was a head-on collision. So it was really grisly and really it was a lot of distraction. And we were 5 in the car, and three of them died on the spot. I survived with the girlfriend that we were waiting to pick. And yeah, from there I don't remember, but I'm told that a good Samaritan took us and drove us to a nearby hospital. But I feel like that's when my injury got worse, because I am told that I was put in a sitting position. Though I had broken my spine, you know, like the good thing to do would be to put you in a flat surface, but they sat me on a chair, and I think that is where the injury got worse. So I remember my memory is seeing Aga Khan University Hospital. That is what I remember. Yeah, and I had a very interesting ambulance ride with two very beautiful nurses. And they were, I don't think maybe they were just being nice, but I felt like they were flirting. It was so nice. Yeah, so that stands out too. Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember that. They were silent and beautiful women. Yeah.
Nice. All things considered.
All things considered, yeah.
Now, I might be a little biased, but I would say that Kenya may harbor one of the most beautiful national parks in the world. Formed around the alkaline lake of Nakuru, the park is famous for being a sanctuary for rhinos, giraffes, and of course, flamingos. Look at their ears, it's like a choir. I swear it's like a choir. This is the closest I've ever been to flamingos, and I've learned so much. Like, their natural color is not pink, which I've always known to be true for years. I genuinely think this is the most beautiful park I've been to. I'm sorry, Nairobi, but this is definitely the most beautiful park I've been to.
Okay, my name is Anombrindo. I come from Nakuru, Kenya. Born and raised in Nakuru, in Lanet. So around end of July, I remember it was at a Saturday going to Sunday. And I just remember having this bad dream. Such a bad dream. I did not know what it was, but waking up, I just felt there was just something off. And it was so bad I could feel like a bad taste in my mouth. I went to church and I didn't feel anything really. It was now a normal day. And she called me and she was like, you didn't come this weekend? I was like, yeah, I have CAT and exams in like 2 weeks. So I need to be in school. So, oh, fine. In fact, as we are at a church event. Yeah, I'll call you back later. And at that time, I was to go for my jab for yellow fever. So as much as, yes, I was having cuts and exams, I was almost due now for the deadline for getting my jab. So I remember on Tuesday, I called my mom and she was off. So that was weird. So we get to Wednesday and I'm feeling, it was just a weird week, but then I can't point out why. But I'm still feeling, there's something so unsettling. So I needed to go to town. So again, I called my mom and I wanted to tell her, I'm coming to town, we meet up. And she was still off, so I called my dad. I'm like, hey, mom is off for 2 days now, and that's very weird. And of course, my dad is, don't worry, she's fine, she's sleeping. And I was like, okay, just tell her to call me back. That was Wednesday. So Thursday, my brother texts me on WhatsApp, and he asks, are you coming home this weekend? That was weird, very weird. He doesn't ask such things. So I knew, that's when the dots started joining. I was like, there's something up. There must be something up. And so my instinct was telling me, okay, now you need to find out yourself because people are not telling you anything. So I just decided, okay, you guys are not saying anything and I won't tell you anything as well. I'll just come to where you are and I'll come home. So I went to town and called my brother. And I told him, now I'm at such and such a place, just come for me. I think I was at Gate House. So I just waited and he came over and he, instead of going now home, direction to home, he took a detour. He was going to a hospital. I knew there's something wrong. So when he parked, I just asked him, are we going to a ward or a mortuary? And he said, no, wait, let's go. I was like, no, you tell me where we are going. I want to be ready. Because my intuition told me there's something wrong and you guys are not telling me anything. That's why I'm here. And even mom and dad don't know I'm here. So just tell me. I said, see, she's in room 8. Ebu, let's go, you see her. And I was like, why are you not telling me she was in hospital? And of course, it was not his fault because I think he was also told. But that time I didn't know. So we just got to room 8 and of course my mom was there. And my dad was there and some family members. And I just remember hugging her and crying. I just broke down and I cried. And of course she was like, no, you won't talk to me with those tears. You will not. I will not tolerate those tears. Just wipe away your tears. I want to see you crying. And I was like, Mom, you're in hospital. How do I not cry? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. You don't think I'm fine? I'm like, okay, fine. And I stopped crying. And actually, she was being discharged, so things were good. And we went home. And I just remember at around like 1 a.m., my dad just banged on my door and just opened. And it was just very hysterical and very frantic. Talking. My brother and I now, just come out. And I was so confused. I was like, what's happening? And then going to the veranda, now the corridor leading to the kitchen, my mom was lying there. And my dad was like, bring your duvet and your pillow, we cover her. And I asked, what just happened? And my dad's like, I also don't know. We were just walking and she got weak. So as my dad is going for the phone and my brother and I are just, there wondering what's up. We all went silent. Even before my dad went, we all went silent. Like something spoke to us, but still, we don't know. Like it was such a weird silence. And then everyone started rushing because I think we felt something has happened. So what I did, of course, being raised coming from a Christian background, I did not want to even say, to speak it out, but I think I felt her spirit leave, and I started praying, and I was wailing and shouting and screaming at 2 a.m. And I think I was just looking for something Christian-like or godly or something to look up to. And I saw the moon. It was a full moon. And I was looking at the moon and saying, God, just one last time, just one. I will not pray about this again. Just one last time. I need her here. Just one last time. And I was shouting and shouting and praying and praying. And of course, my dad was trying to say, you're wasting time. Let's do this. Get her into the car. And then we get to hospital. At least we know what's happening. And I was like, no. I know what has happened. If you don't want to accept, I know what has happened. So I just remember reading somewhere an article, and it was so timely because it was saying, grief is the price we pay for love. So there was nothing wrong with how I was feeling and wishing it was somebody else and not her, and, you know, being... and being so angered and so bitter with life. It was just that I loved her so much that I had never imagined my life without her. And I had thoughts, actually we had plans. In fact, 2 weeks before she passed on, we were talking about my rorashio, my traditional wedding. And we had plans of how she was going to ask for that money. You have taken me through school. Take that money from that guy. So we had plans. We had seen my graduation, my kids, and I was telling her how I just don't want many girls because I'll beat them up. Like, she was like, no, me, I'll beat you for beating them. So we had seen our life together. And actually just reading Grief is the Price You Pay for Love really helped me understand that the pain I was feeling was so immense because the love is as immense as the pain I was feeling. And the pain is real because I can't just pretend and walk around and say, it happens. No, I'll never have another mother. So it has happened to me. So I also got to understand, like this quote I read from Oscar Wilde. He says, death is so beautiful. To lie in the soft brown earth and to have the grasses sway above your head. To have no today and no tomorrow. To forgive life. To be at peace and to forget time. And I think, thinking about that, it is beautiful. She's now at rest. She's now not ailing. She doesn't have any stress. I'm the one here being stressed. I know she's at peace, and it's a beautiful thing that she is at a place where her soul has rested. And somehow it seemed impossible to live without her. But it's now 3 years down the line, and we celebrated the 3rd anniversary just last week. It was beautiful. And now that this is her jubilee year, she would have turned 50 in October. I think I'd love you, as you listen to this story and as you listen to my journey, I hope it brings new hope, and whatever storm you're facing, everything will come to pass. This too shall pass. As much as it's weighing down on you and you feel like it will never be over, I think it's just know that this too shall pass, and it's it's okay. It's okay how you're feeling. Whatever you're going through, it must not be lost. As I hope you find hope in knowing this too shall pass. Things happen in life and they might crush us, but you will pull through. Somehow you will pull through. Yeah. So I celebrate her in memory of, I call her Darling Mom. That's how I'd saved her, and that's how I used to call her. Darling Mom, and I also call her Madam Monica. In her memory, I still hope and trust, and I believe she's at peace, and her soul is resting beautifully. Yeah, that's my story.
So Louis and Mary Leakey may have made Nakuru world famous with their excavation of prehistoric sites, which happened in the 1930s, right here on Hyrax Hill. And that also helped us as Kenyans know more about those who came before us. It kind of makes you wonder what else Nakuru has hidden below its surface. But I have to say thank you for watching our tour thus far. make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications to find out where we're going to next. It's going to be our last stop and one that I'm very sure you'll enjoy.
And action.
What am I doing? This picturesque place is going to be home for the next couple of days, and honestly, I can't wait to see what it has in store for us. This guy just was like, Z, can you see the rainbow?
Yeah, rising from here and from
Oh my God, it's just here with us! If we go there, will there be a pot of gold? Okay, wait, but it's at both ends is the gold, or is it like? So let's split up. This picturesque place is going to be home for the next couple of days, and honestly, I can't wait to see what it has. Was it already like messed up with the sound? Phew. Oh, okay. Ooh. Wait, I need to be close to you. Participants in this story is Lord Egerton, who is... Yeah, I completely lost my pointers. Okay, let's go. Whew. Right here on Hyrax Hill. I need to start again, sorry. Please like... Ooh, is it like? Peace out. West side.